Alright, the S21 Ultra versus the S10 Plus. Is this really worth the upgrade over the S10 Plus? I know a lot of you might be upgrading every 2 years, as I am, and so this might be the year you need to upgrade your phone, but you're holding on to see if it really is worth it. Let's find out. So the look, the feel, the design, S21 Ultra comes on top. I'm telling you right away. It's heavy, it's thick, but that matte black look just looks sexy. And I thought the S10 Plus was sexy when it came out. When I had it first in my hand for the first time, I thought this is sexy as fuck. But this, man, oh, this right here, this just beats it by a lot, in my opinion. Again, this is subjective because some people might like a thinner and lighter phone, a glossy phone, while others might like a heavier, bigger, thicker monster of a phone. And so again, this is subjective. In my opinion, this is better. I like the matte feel, I like the matte look, and compared to the glossy one, just I'm not gonna miss it. And I'm also getting used to the heaviness of this phone, so I like the feel of it now. And also the cameras. Look at the way it's designed. Compared to the S10 Plus, this is simple, this is minimalistic, basic. This though, just looking at it though, looks sick. If they could have made this like centered in the middle, oh, I would have lost it. But it's still, this looks really nice, and it also feels really nice. Alright, but speaking of design and look, the hardware, let's talk about some of the differences here. This is where the Ultra loses. The S10 Plus comes out on top on certain aspects, and the S21 Ultra comes up on top on certain aspects. So let's talk about it. So the S21 Ultra, what is it missing? We all know, no headphone jack and no SD card support. So at the bottom, instead of having the headphone jack, that's where the SIM card will go. On the S10 Plus, on the other hand, you got the headphone jack and you got the SD card support with the SIM card. No longer available on the S21 Ultra. Big blow for a lot of people. For me, not a big deal. I'm used to using wireless headphones. Got the Galaxy Buds, now the Galaxy Buds Pro. So not a big deal as far as the headphone jack aspect, but it's still very convenient to have it. So it's a blow just to take it away. But again, we all knew that was coming, and we all knew it was happening because the S20 did not have it. So, but the micro SD card support, to me, is kind of mind-blowing. Like, why would you take that away? Just leave it. But it's gone. So only way to fight it is don't buy the phone. So if you already have this and you like that SD card support, keep it. Don't even bother watching the rest of the video. Just keep it. If you know you like the S10 Plus because of the headphone jack and because of the SD card support, stop watching the video because this wins. This wins in your eyes, so this wins. But other things hardware-wise that we're missing, oh yeah, the heart rate sensor. So if you also like the heart rate sensor, keep this phone because this one don't got one. It's gone. No longer is part of the camera array. This one has it in the camera array. So if you like that, keep it. But otherwise, what else is different is the power button is now lower. That's one positive about the S21 Ultra or the S10 Plus. I don't know if you guys ever felt that it was annoying, but I felt it was annoying how high it was. This one fixes that issue. It's lower, it's easier to reach. Power or volume buttons are also on the same side. S10 Plus has it on the other side, and also on the other side is the Bixby button. So if you like the Bixby button, you win on that. Other hardware differences, the camera. The cameras have different cameras. So I don't even know the specs and which one is which, but there they are if you're interested in seeing, and then comparing it to the S10 Plus, there they are. Really, I'm not going to get into it yet, but those are the hardware differences as far as the camera specs. I'm not sure if you guys care about the specs. Personally, I don't. I just want to know how they perform in real day life. So we'll get to that later. But that's the only other hardware differences. Again, going along with design, it's just heavier, thicker, and bigger compared to this. Oh, I should just talk about the hardware in the front. So the screens, they're pretty different. So S10 Plus, we all know the size, 6.4. S21 Ultra, believe it's a 6.8, if I'm not mistaken, or 6.9. Don't quote me, because I already forget. But it is different. S21 Ultra, the obvious, 120 Hertz with 1440p or 1080. Also, symmetrical punch hole, single punch hole in the center of the display. Our S10 Plus, 1080p or 1440p, 60 Hertz with the pill cutout. Now, as far as the cutouts, both are not going to bother you in my opinion. Obviously this one's better, but the S10 Plus's pill still will not bother you. I think it's perfectly fine. It never bothered me when I had it for the year and a half, and if it doesn't bother you now, or if you don't think it'll bother you, then stay with it. Same with the bezels, going along with the fact that, you know, taking up space in the screen. Bezels have changed very slightly. It's a little bit smaller on the S21 Ultra as far as the chin, but it's still not that much. So don't worry about the bezels or the pill hole. Really, it won't bother you as much. But the refresh rate really makes a big difference in my opinion. Oh my god, it is faster, smoother. It's just, I just think it's so much better. And if you haven't tried 120 Hz on a phone, try it. It's amazing. It feels so smooth. And I know a lot of you are going to say, well, the S10 Plus is still very snappy and very smooth. 100% true. Yes, this phone is still very fast and snappy and feels smooth when running on the One UI 2.5 is what I'm running right now. But it's still super smooth. So if you like the way it feels and looks right now, this will make it 100 times better. But it also isn't super necessary if you're not super, like, if you don't care that much about how it feels. But if you do, oh, come on, you gotta try it. It feels so good. But another difference on the hardware in the front here is that we have different sensors on the fingerprints. So I'm not gonna go into the specs of it, but simply let me tell you that the position is higher up now, and the S10 Plus is lower, and this one's supposed to be a little bit bigger and more faster. So performance-wise, as far as how it performs compared to this, speed I find it to be roughly the same, but the position I like better. It's so much easier to reach. This one wasn't that bad to reach, but it's still, the higher position was a little nicer. And the fact that it's a little bit bigger too, very nice. Also on the front, the curves. The curve on the S10 Plus, more pronounced, I guess you could say. Like, you can see it more when you're facing it, you know, horizontally like this, have in front of you. You can see the curves more. Whereas the S10 Plus or the S21 Ultra, super close, not quite there yet to a flat display. Really, I don't mind either. If it's a flat display, cool. It's slightly curved, cool. If it's curved, cool. I mean, sometimes the X1 touches are annoying, but a case fixes that, and this, I have no issues with it. Even with out of case, no X1 touches. So that's hardware-wise. Oh, I guess we can talk about real quick the specs. Snapdragon 855 on this and Snapdragon 888 on this. You know, it doesn't really matter in my opinion. We're just going to talk about the performance later. 12 gigs of RAM on this, 8 gigs of RAM on this, 128 gigabytes of storage on this, and 128 gigabytes of storage on my unit. You can also get more storage, and at one point you get more RAM as well. So again, depends on which one you get. But I got the base model. This is the base model of the S10 Plus as well. So yeah, that's all. If you guys are curious, that's what they are. So let's move on to the performance. So yes, performance. How do they perform? Are the specs really that much better that you need to upgrade right away, or need this new S21 Ultra if you have the S10 Plus? Absolutely not. If you already have the S10 Plus and you're super happy with how it performs, or if you feel like you need someone to tell you this thing performs like a beast, if you have the Snapdragon version, which what I have, it performs really well. I can't speak for the Exynos, but 885 or 855, it's a beauty of a beast, man. Come on, this thing runs amazing. It's still fast. Every now and then, maybe an occasional hiccup, an occasional like lag, but very rarely does that ever happen. Still continues to power on and work like a champ. This guy still feels, I mean, it feels faster, sure, but I feel like there's not much of a difference. On paper, there probably is a huge difference, but in day-to-day usage, you're gonna get super great performance out of both of them. Like, they're both super fast, both can run games like a champ. They both still, I feel like they both heat up as much as they, like, this one still heats up when you game for a long time. So does this one, in my opinion. Like, it's not perfect, but still, you're getting great performance out of both of them. So if you're concerned about the performance being degraded on your phone and think on your S10 Plus and thinking, oh, I need to get the new one just because this one's slow, I don't think it's slow. I think it's a placebo effect, thinking, oh, I need the new one, you know. So if you already have this, don't be convinced that your phone is slow. Just because you don't have 60 Hertz, don't think it's slow. It's still a great phone. This, on the other hand, this performs better for sure, but still, this to this, it's a jump, but not enough to make a huge difference in my opinion. But again, I feel like this most of the reviews and all that stuff is subjective, so I think it's all already up to you. It's really you, the consumer. I'm just here to give you advice. And my advice, if you already have this, also keep in mind the money. If you have money, just buy it. Just buy it, man. If you don't have money and you're like, you really have to think about it, I say you wait. And I'll go more into detail later at the end. But performance, if that's what you're concerned, I say you wait. This is still good. S10 Plus, still really good. So let's move on. The cameras. So this is where the S21 Ultra unfortunately takes the win right away. I'm just gonna tell you right away. This performs really well. This still performs really well. I know I feel like I'm just saying that this is still good and all that, but it's true. It really is true. The S10 Plus is still a really good phone. The S21 Ultra though, again, performs way better. But is it worth that much money to change to this? In a way, yes, because many of you might think it's a gimmick, but the zooming is really cool. It's really nice. And other stuff like the 108 megapixels, you know, take a photo in that and do 8K video, that's the gimmick part. Maybe a little bit. Depends on who you are. This all depends on who you are. But the average person, like myself, with photos and video, I'm the average person. I don't go above and beyond with this kind of stuff. I just use it, take a quick picture, take a quick video. That's how I use my camera. And this thing does really well. This does well as well. I know, right? But if the camera is important to you and you want more of your camera, you have to upgrade. If you don't care and just want a quick picture, a camera that works well and does well, this one will do just fine. It's very fine. But again, you want more features, you want everything, and you can get the best of the best that Samsung has to offer for cameras, this is the one. I know I said zooming might be a gimmick to some, but I find it very cool. To the average person like me, be able to zoom in that much, I'm like, wow, it's absolutely crazy. It's awesome. Video looks fantastic. Photos look fantastic. I don't know, again, I'm not pro at this, at the cameras and video, so I don't know how they change, if anything. So they look so well in here, in my opinion, and they still look well in here. Only place that I feel might be better is the night mode. Not by a ton, but again, if you care that much about cameras, get a real camera. No, I'm kidding, but yeah, the S21 Ultra is performs really well and definitely beats it out as far as features and new sensors and all that stuff and how they look. But the S10 Plus still shoots very good cameras or very good photos and videos. So, and the front facing, honestly, they both. S21 has a new sensor, or the 40 megapixel sensor, and this one has the, I don't even know, an 8 megapixel and a 10 megapixel. This has a depth sensor. They both do really well. Also, give me 1 second real quick. I want you to see my logo. But yeah, the cameras, this is just as good. This is just packed featured, man. This is packed featured. And I'm not going to go in depth yet because I'll save that for the review. I'm just saying that this has lots of features. This is a solid camera for a lot of people. Okay, so here's some other things that may or may not sway you to the S21 Ultra or to sway you to stay on your S10 Plus. The battery, let's talk about that real quick. So battery, this is a bigger battery, but this is also an older phone. So if you had your phone for a longer time, you know, it's gonna degrade after a while. And so this probably won't last as long as this does. So if you need a new battery, either maybe change it if you like your phone that much. If you don't like your phone, then just get this one. This one has a huge battery. It lasted me a whole day and a half. Performs really well with the battery, so it's pretty good with battery. Charging speeds, a little bit different. This one supports 25 watt charging. This one doesn't. Only 15 watts is your max. So if you need that faster charging speed, this one's the one to get. If you don't care about the charging speed or think it's just fine for you, this one's just fine for you then. They both have reverse wireless charging. They both have wireless charging. I believe this one does 15 watts though, and this one, I think it might be a little bit less. Don't quote me again. But nevertheless, they both have reverse wireless charging and wireless charging, if that matters. So that won't be much of a difference. So only thing difference in battery, again, is just this one's new and bigger, so definitely lasts longer. This one's, if you buy it used or have it now, this one's older and a little bit smaller. So again, all depends on how yours is performing right now. If it's that bad, you might consider upgrading. If it's not that bad, you know, just wait and maybe change out the battery or just charge it more. You know, who cares? You probably always have a charger next to you anyways, so it doesn't really matter. Another thing that is different is this has S Pen support. This does not. So if you've ever used an S Pen or ever had a Note or own a tablet, you might like the idea of having S Pen support on here. I personally do. So as you guys know or might not know, I have a Tab S7 Plus. That's my first time using any kind of tablet, and also my first time using the S Pen. And God, do I love the S Pen just for note taking. It's so nice, so nice. And so being able to like use the pen on my phone without, you know, having to skip a beat, absolutely amazing. Sometimes I would try to use it on the S10 Plus, and I knew it didn't work, but I was like, man, I wish I could scroll with the S Pen and just like write notes. And now I can. Now I can with the S21 Ultra. So if you own a tablet or an S Pen, you know, this is the one to get. You might like that feature and you might want to upgrade because it's a really cool feature and really kind of the reason I switched. No, I'm kidding. Remember, do y'all know if you remember, but if you ever watched my, I think it was the unboxing or review, no, unboxing video, I think it was the Tab S7 Plus, I said I might switch to Note 20 Ultra because the S Pen, this is just fine for me. This is just perfect for me because it has S Pen support. So I'm happy with it. And so, yeah, S Pen support on here, not on here. So something to consider. All right, another one is, this one might be an obvious one, 5G versus 4G or LTE. This one has 5G support, this one does not. So if you're with a carrier that supports 5G, I personally have Mint Mobile and they support 5G. So I am getting 5G at most areas. I'm actually getting 5G here at my house. Not this like the 5G speeds, you know, you hear about like 500 or even 1,000 download speeds. I'm getting roughly 100 to 150. Not the greatest 5G speeds, so really not big of a difference for me. But still, you have a 5G capable phone versus a 4G phone. But if 4G or 5G is not even in your area, or if your carrier doesn't even support it, then don't even worry about that because 4G is plenty good enough in my opinion. 5G is just a bonus. So if you care about that, this is 5G. Not a reason to upgrade though. Don't you dare think that. Not a reason to upgrade. And this also has the new Wi-Fi 6. Or whatever, and this does not. I don't know which Wi-Fi this one has, but newest Bluetooth, newest Wi-Fi, whatever. But this just is fine. So again, not a reason to upgrade. So don't even consider that. Come on, like come on. But another one is definitely the software. So maybe not a reason to upgrade now. Actually, this is a perfect reason not to upgrade now because you still have Android 11 coming, if you don't already have it. And an Android 12 coming on this. So you might even be able to wait to the S22 or whatever they decide to call it and then upgrade then. And then you should upgrade. Like, don't even question it. Just upgrade after that. This one, if you want the One UI 3 right away, because this already has it, or One UI 3.1 if it already has it. So if you want it right away, go for it. And then this will get you 3 more years of software support. Well, this one, again, just 1 more year after Android 11 comes on yours, then you're done. But still, if you want the newest software first as well, it's like if you want it first, then the Ultra is going to get it first, or the S21 lineup is going to get it first over the S10 Plus. So software is huge to you. Consider it, but in my opinion, again, not a reason to upgrade. Not a reason to upgrade because this will eventually get it, and you still won't have 1 more year of support. Then after that, upgrade. All right. So most of the reasons to upgrade are subjective, but I'm going to put it in terms of the way I think of when upgrading, which is, can I afford it? So let's talk about that. If you can afford it, absolutely upgrade. But if there are other reasons, like one of the reasons I mentioned throughout the video that you decide, nope, yep, it's missing that, I'm not going to upgrade, then even if you can afford it, then don't do it. But if you can afford it, yes, it's a nice phone. Very solid phone. There's a lot of things that are better than this, and then also a lot of things that are missing, but still, it's a great phone. So if you can afford it, get it. If you can't afford it, don't get it. Wait. Don't waste your money, because maybe people will cry out that they want the SD support back and they'll bring it back for the next one. But even then, you have one more year of software updates, so you won't be behind. 120 Hertz, while it's amazing, not super necessary yet. So wait on that. So that's it. That's the final verdict. Honestly, that's how I'm gonna look at it. If you can afford it, get it. Unless there's something I said that you're like, yeah, I don't need that, or I don't want it, then don't waste your money. But if you can afford it, don't feel like you're behind. Don't feel like you need to save up for it and upgrade in the summer. Just wait. Just wait and wait, and you'll find or see the phone that Samsung releases that you'll like. Like personally, I wouldn't have upgraded, but I wanted to bring it to you guys. I wanted to bring this to you guys, and also I wanted to feel 120 hertz and all that stuff. I wanted to try it. But the phone that will really be worth the upgrade is when they implement the under display camera, in my opinion, because that'll be perfect. That's when you get the full display bezel-less experience. That's the upgrade that I'm looking for. So if I was not trying to bring this for review for you guys, and I would not have upgraded. But again, certain subjective things, but others, it's all personal. Like that's something. But yeah, I don't know. S10 Plus, keep it if you like it and you can't afford the S21 Ultra. And actually, if you can afford it, again, if you love your phone, don't upgrade. Don't waste your money. Just keep it. Still a fantastic phone. Keep it. Love it. Enjoy it while you have it. Because this might creep up in your dreams. I don't know. Anyways, that's it. Hope you guys got something out of it. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Hit the dislike if you think I messed up my lines, or you didn't like the video. I don't mind. You can say whatever you want. Leave a comment down below on your thoughts on the S21 Ultra and the S10 Plus. Are you gonna upgrade? What are you thinking? But yeah, that's it. Peace out. Hold up. Forgot to mention one thing. If you have the S10 Plus and we're thinking about the S21 or S21 Plus, please don't upgrade. I don't think it's worth the money going from S10 Plus to S21. Not even worth the hassle like trading in. So don't do it. If you have the S10e, my sister, who's not a techie at all, went from the S10e to the S21, and she absolutely loves it just because it's a bigger phone, so she likes it a little bit bigger, newer display, 120 hertz. She absolutely loves that. She's not even missing out on quality display because she went from a 1080 phone to a 1080 phone. Doesn't even matter. And she also got a newer camera. The telephoto is now included with it. Only thing she is sad that's gone. No headphone jack, no SD card support, and the heart rate sensor. But again, that's the whole S21 lineup that's missing it. So, but don't even consider the S10 Plus, or don't even consider the S21 or S21 Plus if you have the S10 Plus. Just wait. That's it. Bye. Peace.